shooting range again today, and good times. Then they had a sale on 9mm at the store, so I bought 1,000 rounds, which will last about 3 sessions. Personal gun or rental? I have two 2011s that I got relatively recently. One of them I've had for like 8 months, but I didn't get to shoot it much. So I'm just trying them out against each other and deciding which one I like more. Currently the Sand Viper is winning. I think I like the Sand Viper more, but we'll see. Have I tried the VP9 or SIG 320? No, neither. But these are very Gucci pistols that I have, so it's unlikely that I will like something else more. We'll give it another minute or two for people to show up, and then we'll kick off. You like the mag release on VP9? I don't know what that is. Let's see. H&K VP9 magazine release. Oh, it's one of those. I don't know about that. I don't think I like that, honestly. Oh, man. Dude. I mean, maybe it's fine. Maybe you don't accidentally hit that all the time, but I don't know. That's what, you know, with the Atlas Athena, it's very weird because they look very similar. I'll show you guys the two pistols, right? So this is one of them. Okay, 2011. Great. Let's get it. What? My mouse is like suddenly choosing right now to fail all over the place. I just want the picture. Okay, I'm going to swap the mouse with another mouse. I'm getting fucking angry. All right. I don't need that device like 17 times. All right, so this is almost exactly. My Athena has a different trigger, and it's got a Trigicon SRO on it. All right, so then Terran Tactical Sand Viper, also very good looking. Let's get one at the same angle. I thought that was going to be a screenshot. Let's try to get one on the neutral background at the same angle. Well, never mind. We got this. That's a Pit Viper, not a Sand Viper. Okay, this is almost exactly the one that I have. It's got an SRO on it. Okay. They're kind of mostly the same design in broad strokes, right? Doesn't help that they're reversed from each other. Somehow the safety So I guess this is an Atlas design or something that I didn't know about. There's no grip safety like a classic 1911. Instead, you're supposed to ride your thumb on this safety, pressing down while you shoot, right? And if you don't do that, if you like have your thumb like under in a classic kind of grip, the safety is going to accidentally pop up after like 2 shots, okay? And it's really annoying. And the problem is when I have my, see this Band-Aid? This is because when I have my thumb on the safety, as I guess you're supposed to, the slide just slices my thumb as it comes back, right? Unless I put my thumb in a very awkward position. So this gun is like very hard for me to hold. I guess I'm gonna have to like call Atlas and see if they have any recommendations of like other safety designs that I could sub in. Is this government mandated? No, it's just the design of the thing. So with the Sandviper, you can see it's got the same basic safety design, but it's just not a problem on this. Like the safety is never gonna. So okay, so Sandviper has the grip safety like a 1911, right? So even if this safety is off, it won't fire unless you're pressing the grip safety. And so I don't know, like as a result, it's not designed for this to pop up, I guess, or something. And so I just hold the Sandviper normally and it feels good. And with the Athena, I have to hold it weird and get my hand cut. So I don't know what to say about this. I'm gonna have to talk to them about it. Look at Terran's new pistol. Yeah, that's the Pit Viper is the new one. It's very similar to the Sandviper. It's just a different color. I actually like the color on the Sandviper better. I like this FDE kind of thing because it's unusual in pistols and it's two-tone. Like a Pit Viper is like, it's very close to, I guess they do have some two-tone going on in here. It's very close to the same pistol. It might be identical for all I know. You know, it's ported the same way up front. By the way, so these two pistols, I forget how much these cost, but they're within $1,000 of each other, right? The Sandviper's cleaner, man. The porting up here, it just reduces recoil so much. The Athena, not so much. So I don't know, man. I think if you forced me right this second, like you have to get rid of one of these, I would keep the Sandviper. I like it more. Almost as nice as your factory standard Taurus. That's almost as nice as my High Point. What is a Taurus? I don't even know what that is. Something that's been recalled. I just saw that. Let's... Yeah, I don't... Do I play Valorant? No. How much do Tauruses cost? Let's find out. If they even have prices. G3 Tactical. 600 bucks? I mean, that's not cheap. Not cheap. H&K VP9, yeah. So that's how this conversation started, was someone was saying they like their VP9 as well. Anyway, How about if we actually program now? Because we have more that we could be doing. So this is, I guess, part 5. Did I correctly update the stream? Yeah. Our parts have been pretty short, so even though this is a small, simple project, we might have more parts than usual. And we now have a working Lexer. So if I go, one of these is our live command prompt, yeah. If I go here, I compile and run this. It's got a string built into it. That's a valid program of some kind here. And we're just lexing this string, and we generate the tokens, and we get successfully to the end. So that's great. Now, there's a couple things that we could do. One, we can just go clean up the code and refactor it and make it more idiomatic and stuff, right? But maybe we should make sure that it totally works first before doing that, right? And then we can make sure it stays working as we update it. So what I was thinking was, since this demo ships in the modules folder, we could actually have 2 examples, right? We could have this simple example, right? And then we could have an example that loads every file in the modules distribution, right? Because like it's nice to have an example that doesn't load files at all, right? But then as a comprehensive test, if you load all the files, that's helpful too, right? And so we can have 2 examples. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to pour the tea before it gets too strong. And then maybe, you know, there's other things we could do. We could print the tokens more nicely. Maybe that's not important. I don't know. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm thinking. This is intended to be a very simple example that does not read any, that is self-contained and does not read any files, so the code to be lexed is in a string at the end of this file. C, lex all files for a more thorough test. Something looks wrong to me about that word thorough. Doesn't it? Like sometimes you just look at a word and it looks weird all of a sudden. All right, now this is not even in the tests or in the modules. So modules, all right, we're gonna make an examples folder. Boom. Okay, did I even add this to source control? Nope. All right, it's in there now. Okay, let's just do the all files example. No! I spelled it wrong. All right. eels. Sometimes programmers spell things wrong and then they just like don't fix it. And then as the code grows, that variable name is spelled wrong like 500 times because every time you use it, you have to use the wrong name. I'm sure nobody out there knows what I'm talking about. Nobody out there has any idea. Wow, we're about to polish off this honey here. One time in college for about 2 months, I thought it was really funny to just name all my variables random, wacky things that had nothing to do with what they were. Fortunately, I eventually outgrew that fucking phase. Like, you know, random words from Monty Python sketches and stuff for all the variable names. It wasn't good. Okay. So, Lexall files. This is a more thorough test of the Lexer. We could even fucking do this in parallel, right? But first we'll do it not in parallel. We search the modules folder. We assume that this file path is in the expected place relative to the modules. You can modify the program if you want it to search somewhere else. Anytime we find a file, we add it to an array. Then we dispatch that array to a series of Lexers one by one. Okay. Simple and single-threaded for now. Okay, so first we find the files. What even does file path look like these days? All right. Easy clap. Okay, so we could just say ... We're going to use some string and file utilities. All right. Okay, we're going to say, I always forget. We're going to say visit files, right? Visit files, path, true, null, visit, and then I guess the rest defaults. All right. So because the initial file collection is not threaded, we just store the file names into a global array. String. Okay, oh, we can delete this, by the way. We don't need any of that. Okay, visit is info file visit. Info user data is a pointer to void, which we're ignoring right now. Actually, no, you know what? Yeah, all right, let's just pass this. It's just a little bit cleaner to like actually not be a bitch when it comes to this stuff. All right, so if ends with path decomp. What is in visit info? Short name, full name. I think short name. Let's just, okay. What are we doing here? Yeah, that's, we have like multiple sets of functions for doing file path. We might want to think about clamping them down. Okay. Rather than, see, if we want to be super robust, we can be case insensitive on this check. For now, we aren't. Double negatives, array add, file names, copy string info.full name. All right. So that's very easy. And then here we're going to say visit. Oh, yes. Names, results, pointer. I forgot that I decided to actually do this. Okay, so there we go. Short name, undeclared identifier, info dot. All right. There we go. We got 467 files. It is kind of stupid that we have the dot, 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 dot in there. But what do you want? We could actually reduce path. Right? Wait, reduced. Oh. Path to string. Boom. How's that? Okay. So that we don't get a bunch of paths that look like they are for idiots. Let's reduce the path. Okay. Cool. Now, for each file we collected, Lexit. We don't print the tokens because that's spammy. but if there's, we'll count them, and print how many tokens were in each file, and we'll exit if there's an error. Okay. Set input from file. Name. Let's say name in file names, right? Num tokens 0. Okay. And then we're going to go similar to our loop from before. We're going to go while 1. If we get end of input, num tokens plus equals 1. If num print right, num tokens and name, and if there was an error, why am I looking in the H file? Reported parse error. Oh, okay. We actually want to put that on the Lexer. In the compiler, that's a global, but that's not good. Okay. Reported error. Boom. Okay. If Lexer.reported error, log error when lexing whatever name exit 1 print done, no errors, right? File names dot count. Okay. This reported error. All right. Oh, we didn't print per file, by the way. Let's do that so we can see the progress. Wait, no. It didn't work is what happened. Okay, well, we are, oh, because I'm not eating the token, guys. You gotta eat the token. Oops. Gotta eat the token. I did that same thing the first time. All right, well, we made it through 3 files, and then we asserted in parsing the here string. So this is good that we decided to do this test. But also, this part's basically done. Like, how easy was that to do? Like, why do people use scripting languages for doing file shit? Like, I don't understand. I mean, I do, because if your alternative is C, it's pretty bad. But yeah. So now our bug is in the actual Lexer. And it's like when we did the here string thing, I don't know. Let's just see. Let's see what the error is. So I'm going to close this out. We're going to open a project or solution. Examples, Lex all files. Boom. Okay, so parse here string doesn't like this. Oh, this assertion. This is an assertion that I added because I didn't trust the code that I was looking at, which means actually the C version might be silently wrong. $9.75. Okay, this probably has to do with the carriage return line feed shit, right? So the question is it correct? It probably is correct. Let's check the string. Enough dot new line, and this is in modules base 64. Enough. Yep, that's the end of it. I don't. Yeah, this shouldn't. No. Okay. So, what was I doing? Right. So 950. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I think we just set it to len, right? What line was this assertion? 698. So okay. $468 files, no errors, people. Yeah, it runs on everything in modules. This Lexer bussin'. Yeah. How many token types? Well, I thought about that. Like we could make a histogram of token types or something, right? It's just that's not really that useful to anyone. Like nobody's going to want in their tool to have a histogram of token types. So I think this is good because it's just like, you know, You run it, and it loads a file and lexes from the file. We could make it multi-threaded if we want to be overachievers, but we're not even going to do that. Just keep the example simple. You know what? Here we go. File names, local variable. It's just such an easy clap sometimes, guys. It's just such an easy clap. I don't even know what to say. I kind of want to take the W, and then we can work on code quality. And then that way, if we break something, we have a working thing. Now, the problem with taking the W is I guarantee there's no check-ins of some kind. There's none in this file. There is one there. I told you. Oh, that, though, doesn't even frickin' matter, right? All right. But that means there's one here. We got like many, oh yeah, all the report warnings. Oh, we got a lot of no check-ins. All right. So we're not going to take the W yet. This is a cleanup. Anything that doesn't have to be fixed is a cleanup. Yeah, you know what? It's fine. These don't need to be no check-ins. All right. I've still got 5 of them. Okay, these are all the same. These are just, we need some warning function. I mean, honestly, that should just be an error, probably. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, are we going to swap it into the C++ compiler? Maybe later. I'm not super motivated to do that now. Okay, but long term, it might be a good idea to do that just because otherwise the implementations can diverge, right? So that's just the thing to think about there. This max file buffer size is not even a thing. Okay, that's a cleanup. Okay, so we're just going to take the W here. Fuck. Never make a program that auto-completes when the user just types what they're trying to type. Like, god damn it, it's so annoying. Tweaks to other modules. Okay. Yeah. Boom. All right. So now we can do these at leisure. I kind of want to take a nap now, weirdly, even though I just drank a bunch of tea. If you were to do that, how hard would it be? Not hard. Not hard. The only thing about calling into something like this from C++ is that there's no like context in C++, right? But we're not really using the context in this code. So it's not, practically speaking, an issue, I don't think. The real question is, would we take a speed hit? Although the Lexer is so fast, either way, we probably wouldn't. A nap. Dude, I take naps late at night sometimes. Do we have SIMD on it? We do not have SIMD turned on. That's one of the things we could do. What is this EOF token shit? Like, I don't know why we don't just get a token out of our token array. I mean, I guess if you thought you might run out, but that's... I don't know. I always get tired? Sometimes streaming just makes me really tired. That's why I do it without a camera sometimes, because the camera just makes me tired. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It is definitely a repeatable, observable phenomenon that streaming makes me tired, for sure. Oh, see, I'm just yawning all over the place now. I don't think this is true. I keep saying this, but these enums are not in compiler. Okay, identifier length with the scratch buffer. This is something I'm not crazy about. Is it just identifiers that use it? Token scratch buffer. Yeah. Why is this not just on the Lexer? Right? Like, if we're going to have a scratch buffer, we have parse ident, and then this is ident.count. Like, literally, I think the whole reason this was this way in the C code is to avoid a Sterling, right? Which we don't have. Blammo. Okay, so scratch buffer can go on Lexer. Wait, we already had a scratch buffer. What is even happening? Make number. We were using, I think I had started to move the scratch buffer or something. All right. Okay. Max token length. I changed that. Dude, why did I? All right. Dude, I broke it. I broke it. That's good though. So for people who work on the Lexer, it'll be good to have more more information. Okay. Well, we can just print line whatever. Character whatever. Lexer.current line number, Lexer.current character index. Line 537. Okay, so my parse ident on the here string doesn't work. Like if a here string ends the file, I don't know. Wait, we didn't get there? We said we complained about new line and string constant. How did we get there? Is it because there's a quotation mark? What's going on? Like there's quotation marks in here? So it's not this. We like didn't even get there. I could maybe print a line number there. New line in string constant. Okay, this isn't about the here string, actually. It's just that happens to be at the end of the file. Lexer current line number. All right. 483. What is different about that? See, that's, oh. $467. I broke something, guys. Let's just make sure when we parse an identifier. Okay, it thinks these are all identifiers, which is terrible. Because there's a lot. Should have thought of that. I'm sure what I broke is so simple, right? Okay, anything before 474. Okay. Help string done. But we're not. Oh. I just failed to set something in ident. I don't know. Let's just see. Print. I don't know why I put a % there. That was not the right thing to do. Okay, let's get rid of the. Let's get rid of that one. Too spammy. Next value.name is string. Okay. Wait. At 481. Guys, this is so dumb. I have no idea what's going on here. Like literally, it must have like a 0 at the end. And that's foiling the compare. That's what's going on. It's 1 too high, I'm sure. It's going to be 7, guys. Bing, 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 we have a winner. Or in this case, a loser. Because it took me so long. I mean, I think I moved this. Like, we're adding 1 and subtracting 1. Yeah, it was above this increment before. So we had a different length. Sad. Why are programs so programmy? Okay, it works again. My stupid mistake, which I paid for in blood. All right. All right, what did I even do there? Move scratch buffers off token. JRR token. Did anyone ever make a Lexer generator called JRR token? They should have. Dude, if you want to go talk about Rust, go on the Rust channel. I'm sure there's lots of people there who will be very happy to talk to you about Rust. And also tell you what you're allowed to do. They will tell you what you are allowed to say. I probably am not allowed, because I went to the gun range today, I'm probably not allowed to use Rust. Okay. Next. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing next? I kind of want that nap, guys, if I'm being honest. This is maybe not necessary. We could just allocate a new token from the from the ring buffer, exclamation point. Does anyone call get last token? I don't think so. We should maybe document it. I don't know. Yeah, this definitely doesn't. And then we'll document it. This returns to you the last accepted token. You're allowed to do this as long as you know you didn't fill all the slots with read ahead unaccepted tokens. All right. Dude, you're asking questions that I've answered like 50,000 times. I'm sorry. I just can't. There's many videos of me talking about what I think about Rust. You could go find those. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. SIMD, no, we're not doing SIMD till after a nap. So yeah, we're not even using the bit masking thing. Okay, here's the thing is, do we, in this reference Lexer, do we add all identifiers to a unique table in the Lexer? Or do we, just as we're doing right now, heap allocate redundant copies of them? What do I do in the C++ version? We have a table. It's just, I'm not really sure how useful that is to do. And so it's about, do we want the extra complexity in this code that we're giving to people as like a reference Lexer, or not? And I'm thinking maybe we don't. Okay, so here's the thing is, these tokens don't live long anyway. Oh, you know what the deal is though, guys? The problem is, it's not really a problem, but I have not augmented the code since I took this away to ever free this memory right here, right? So we would have to free memory on each token. Which is fine, we could do that. The alternative, okay, if we have a unique string table, then if we use a pool to allocate the token names, the unique string table is not necessarily, like the pool is not going to get hammered on nearly so hard, right? Because you don't need to allocate new names that often. So that is the question. We also do this for notes, which is weird. I mean, it's maybe not that weird, but why? We should comment this more thoroughly at some point too. This is weird because for the old style note we call a function, but for the new style note we just do it in line. Would you have to limit the number of names of the pool? No, I mean, we're already just loading all the files, right? So like your number of names is going to be less than your total file size, even without the hash table. Okay. Also, I think make string constant heap allocate stuff. So that's not great. All right, you know what? Short stream. I'm going to take that nap, and I'm just going to think about this. At the very least, we want to rename this because cached make atom doesn't mean anything to anyone in the context of this code. So I think we're going to call it like intern string or something, right? And then either in the function intern string, we put a comment that just says, psych, we're not actually interning strings, or we actually do it and put it in the hash table and stuff. Yeah, we don't care. You can give out your own code as much as you want. This isn't Rust. You know, if you're in the beta, just the only rule is don't give the compiler to anyone who's not in the beta. That's it. All right, thanks everyone. And I'll probably be back on tonight after a nap. See you later.